How's it going? Welcome to the Great North. My name is Rick Murray. I'm a lawn care enthusiast and I worked in the industry. And if you're looking to take your lawn to the next level this year, you've found the right place. Today we're going to be talking about a fall renovation strategy. This is a way that you can take your lawn to the next level this fall with 3 simple steps that everybody can do by themselves. And we're going to outline them all right here: how to take your lawn, how to fix your lawn, how to have a healthy lawn this fall. So without further ado, if that sounds like a great idea to you, hit subscribe, make sure you like this video, and make sure you share this video with your friends and family so nobody misses out on these great simple tips. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so as you can see, I have quite a green and lush lawn behind me. I live in southern Ontario and this is late August. Now we've had an unseasonably wet summer this year. However, this lawn I've worked on over many years using my fall renovation strategy that I'm going to outline with you right now. So let's talk about what is a fall renovation. So a fall renovation is a full lawn overhaul. You're going to try to improve your soil health, improve your grass, and add new grass to help thicken and improve your lawn. So the first thing you need to do in a fall renovation is decide whether you need to do a full restart or whether you can work with what you already have. In most cases you can work with what you have, but every once in a while you have to do a full restart. So if your lawn is 30% grass or more, you are good to just do a overseed, which is basically you're going to leave your existing lawn, you're going to try to control some of the weeds that are in there, you're going to overseed it with fresh new grass, and you're going to hopefully get a better stand of grass growing this fall. If your lawn has less than 30% grass, you're probably going to need to do a full restart. Which this means is you're going to resod or reseed the entire lawn. So without further ado, let's quickly talk about my full restart friends first, because that one is the simplest. So let's say you just moved into your house and your lawn is less than 30% grass and you're looking about how to take care of it. It's good to just spray out whatever is there with Roundup. Make sure that you get all those weeds out. You don't need to be starting a new lawn fighting what's left in your old lawn. B, it's time to add a little bit more soil and nutrients into that soil. So make sure you're hitting the lawn with a good starter fertilizer at the time of seeding. And then you can either till your grass and smooth it out, or you can get a core aerator, pull some cores, help loosen up that top surface of the soil, get everything nice and ready, and help break through that thatch layer, which is the layer of old grass or old dead material that's on the top. You want to make sure that your seeds are penetrating deep so you're getting that good seed to soil contact. Once you're ready to start seeding, you can get an elite cultivar of grass seed. Now these seeds are bred to have the best look, drought, disease, and water, fertilizer. They're going to intake everything so much better than a regular grass seed. These seeds are bred to be used on sod farms or commercial turf applications. So you can check the link down below on where to find commercial grass seed. Make sure you invest in a good grass seed. This is the lawn you're going to be dealing with for probably the rest of your time in that house. So make sure that you put it down now, or else you'll be fighting it years down the road. You can go ahead, you can put down that seed at around 7 to 9 pounds per 1,000 square feet. That's a pretty good rate to establish a new lawn. And then you can go ahead and put down some starter fertilizer at the same time, something that is high in phosphorus, so that second number out of the first 3. So just go ahead, look for over-the-counter granular starter fertilizer. Go ahead and put that down at the same time as your seed. Then you're going to wait about 2 weeks, and during that 2-week period, you're never going to let that lawn get dry. You're going to water the lawn for about 10-15 minutes, maybe twice a day during the hottest parts of the day. You want that seed to be wet. That's the best way you're going to allow germination. And the reason why you're waiting for 2 weeks is because a lot of grass seeds take up to 14 days before you see germination. So if it's a week and you're not seeing any seed come up, don't fret, the seed will come up. And then you're going to fertilize that, and you got your fertilizer kicking in, helping improve your soil. Your seed should be growing. Now once you're growing in, after that 2-week period has passed, you can back off your watering to about every other day. Start watering a little deeper. At this point, if you're seeing some bare spots, you can go ahead and top up on a little bit of seed in any spot that you found that you weren't sufficient enough with the germination. You can go ahead and put down another app of starter fertilizer 2 weeks after your first app. And then you're pretty much set till the fall. You can start your mowing once your lawn is about 1/3 longer than your desired length. So if you're hoping to mow your lawn at 3 inches and your lawn has made it to 6 inches, then you can go ahead and give it a cut. Making sure that you're bagging your clippings for the first two mows and you're being light. You're getting on and off the lawn. That's the most important thing with a brand new lawn. The grass is not as resilient to lots of heavy machinery turning and all that stuff. That's going to tear those little baby roots out. So, and then making sure you're fertilizing that lawn all the way into the fall. Maybe one more application around the end of October of just regular fertilizer, and that's going to help get you set for next spring. And then once you get into next spring, you can go heavy with some fertilizer in the spring, and that should get you pretty set for the rest of the year. Now, this is the best time to renovate your lawn. You got cool weather, you got a lot of rain on your side going into this season, and the spring is really a prep time for summer. The fall is a prep time for spring, which is another great growing season, and then the summer is your real stress. So making sure you're getting that lawn established quickly now. So if you are ready to go, now is the time to go. You want to have about 6 to 8 weeks before your first frost in whatever area you're in. So if you're in an area that gets a frost like me, normally around mid-October, now is the perfect time to go ahead and start working on that fall renovation. So that's a full restart with seed. If you're doing a full restart with sod, it's the same thing. You're gonna add some new soil, add some starter fertilizer, till that topsoil, grade it out. Then you can go ahead and order sod from a sod farm. Make sure it's delivered same day. That's the best and most important thing. If it is delivered same day, then most likely they cut that sod and you're gonna lay it the same day. It's gonna take really well. Start watering it instantly. As soon as you've laid enough area to put a sprinkler on it, put a sprinkler on it and start watering it, making sure you're watering it every day for the first 2 weeks, every other day after that, keeping up with your fertilizer. 2 weeks later, another application of starter, then your final application about end of October. Once again, you can start mowing it once it gets 1/3 longer than the desired height. And sod is a very good applicator for turf applications where you do need a little bit more of a hardy stand of turf. Say you have kids or pets, that's a great reason to choose sod. So if you're wondering, why I should choose sod, sod will take faster if you have a lot of kids or pets or people who are going to be walking on the lawn, or need to walk on the lawn on a pretty regular basis. Sod is definitely better than seed. And you can also do a mix of the two. So some people will seed, the first 50 feet out from their house or sod the first 50 feet, out from the house, and then seed everything after that. Those are very good turf applications for seed and sod. So that's pretty much it for my friends who are doing a full lawn restart. Now let's talk about what most of us are going to be doing, which is the fall renovation. All right, I'm taking you guys over to a spot in my lawn that's a little more thin than the rest. I think this is just a little bit of grub damage over here. So what we need to do is we need to add more seed to this area to get it to fill back in. Basically, we're looking to thicken up our lawn, make it more healthy. And by doing this, we're also going to help put on more weed pressure, and we're going to help push out the existing weeds we have in our area. So the first thing we need to do is we need to break this layer. This is called the thatch layer. This is the layer of clippings left over from your lawn, from cutting all year, and you want to get down to the soil, because without getting down to the soil, you will not have good germination on your grass seed. So in order to get down to the soil, what we need to do is we need to rent a core aerator. So this is a machine. I've rented one in the past, tried to get one this year but couldn't. It basically is like a rototiller for areas where you already have existing crops. It has little metal tines and they stab holes in the ground and pull plugs. These plugs will then be scattered on top of the lawn. So the plugs are basically like a top dress. You're adding nutrients on top of the lawn that's going to help push down more soil seed to soil contact, keeping that seed germination. The cores that you're pulling are poking holes in the lawn. Those holes are going to be where your seed is actually going to percolate down to, and it's surprising how it actually works. But the seed will percolate down into those holes, and that's where your lawn will start growing from. As well as this, those holes are going to help add fertilizer and water, penetrating deeper into the soil, as well as loosening your soil, relieving compaction. And the worst killer for agriculture is compaction. Farmers live and die by the amount of compaction they have in their field during harvest. So relieving compaction is very important, especially if you have a riding mower. And these cores are also going to help make your lawn healthier and a lot more resilient So once you've rented your aerator, you're gonna go up and down your lawn, and you're gonna go side to side as well. You've rented it, you might as well poke double the amount of cores as possible. Without further ado, check out this video about how to make a proper turn with a core aerator. It's a very important step. I made it a couple years ago, and it's good educational tips about a lawn aerator. Okay, so this is a Clausen core mechanical aerator, and the reason why it's a core aerator is if you come back here, you can see underneath we have these spikes which are sharpened to a point, and when those spikes spin into the ground, they poke cores like that look like this in the soil, and these cores allow water and oxygen to get down into the soil. So this is a Clausen. Most of them are the same, similar controls. So how you're going to operate it, obviously same Honda engine. You have your choke, your on, and there's an on switch, on off gas switch in the front here. Then you'll pull to start, throttle here. Always put the throttle wide open on an aerator. They tend to use a lot of, they need a lot of RPM to run. So what you're gonna do, this bottom lever here on most aerators is how to engage the tines. So the way that this works is these back wheels don't really do much, but at the moment they hold the tines up. When you drop this down, as you can see, those tines go into the ground, poking those cores. This front lever here on most aerators is the drive lever. So this is going to drive, spin the tines, as well as spin this front tire. So this is what you do when you drive. Now when you get to the end of a corner, say I'm driving, you're going to lift the tines up. You're going to engage the drive belt and use that to spin the aerator around, either way, this way or this way. The drive belt's just going to help push the wheels a little bit, get it moving. It's a very heavy machine, so it can be difficult to move sometimes. And then once you're done with that, drop the drive belt down, drop the tines down, engage the drive. When you engage the drive, you have to be careful, because when you engage the drive, it will kick quite a bit when those tines dig into the ground. Finally, on the front of the aerator, there's two weights. These weights are here basically to hold the front of the machine down, because there's a lot of force as those tines dig into the ground and rip out the cores. So these weights on most aerators are removable. You can take them out here, back in. Those are really good to remove if you're lifting it in the back of a pickup truck, because it takes about half the weight of the machine out. So if you're putting it in the back of the pickup truck, take out both the weights first and then lift the machine back up. Another tip, if you're putting it in the back of your pickup, once you get it in, drop the tines down. The tines will keep it from flying around in the back of your truck. Okay, so as we talked about before, executing a turn is probably one of the most difficult things you perform about in the aerator. Now I kind of showed you in that video clip how to execute a turn, but I want to look at a couple clips of me actually running the aerator. We're going to slow it down. We're going to show you how to execute that turn. So the two main belts are the drive belt and the tines lift them down. So I've come to my end of my run. I'm going to lift the tines. I'm going to press the drive belt. We're just going to spin those tines. It's going to help me spin the aerator around. Drop the drive belt. Drive away on my next pass. Let's slow that down a little bit. So here we go. We're going to lift the tines, engage the drive belt, spin the machine around as those tines are spinning. They'll help you spin the machine in a circle. Once you get to the end of the next pass, disengage the drive belt, drop the tines, and engage the drive belt again, and you're on your way. That is how to properly do a turn on an aerator. Alright, so now that you have pulled all your cores, it's time for step 2 and step 3. Step 2 is you need to get more nutrients into your lawn. The biggest problem I see with residential lawns looking either lime green or not green enough is the fact that they have not been fertilized. Your lawn needs to be fertilized to be as healthy and green as the lawn behind me. Even if you're watering, you're doing everything right, your lawn will not get that dark green color without fertilizer. So it's time for you to put down your first fall fertilizer. Fall is the best time to push growth in your lawn. The plant stores a lot of fertilizer in the fall for the upcoming winter. It pushes it down deeper into the roots, and the fertilizer that's put in the fall can be utilized in the following spring. So what you're going to find is either a 16-16-16, those three big numbers on the bag, or a 30-08, something, or an all-purpose fall fertilizer, if that's all you can find. You're going to put that down at 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet after you've aerated. This fertilizer is going to help keep your existing lawn growing. It's going to encourage your existing lawn to thicken up, spread, and become more healthy, as well as it's going to help fertilize those new lawn plants that you just planted right now with the next step. So the next step, again, not to push these elite cultivars again, but elite cultivars of grass seed are the most important thing when choosing your grass seed for your lawn. The next step is to put down the grass seed, the overseed. So when picking a grass seed, you're going to be stuck with the seed for the rest of your life. So picking a good seed is the most important thing. Picking the best grass seed out there will be the grass seed that you'll probably use for the rest of the time that you spend in that dwelling. So picking an elite cultivar grass seed like the Grow Forage Elite Seed Blend, you're going to put that down just after your fertilizer at about 5 to 7 pounds per 1,000 square feet, depending on how thin your lawn is. And now, after you've done that, you've aerated, you're fertilized, and you've overseeded all in the same day, it's time to start the watering process. You're going to water every day for 10 minutes, twice a day for 2 weeks. Then once you've done that, you're going to water every other day for 20 minutes for about a week, and then you can switch back to your regular watering schedule. That's going to help keep the keep the seed healthy and growing. Water in that fertilizer as well, and believe me, you will see instant results with this fall renovation. Within about 14 days, you should see those seedlings coming up through the cores. Within about 2 weeks, you should see old areas in the lawn beginning to repair yourself. You should see that compaction being relieved, and your lawn will be miles better by this fall, and definitely next spring. The fall renovation is what took this back lawn and the rest of my lawn to the next level, and it will help take yours. Once your seed has come in, it's the big question that comes into everybody's question about mowing. When can I mow? With a overseed, I would just say go about regular mowing. Now, I work for a lawn care company, and we would do this fall renovation strategy all the time. And we had all these lawns on a regular mowing schedule. They got mowed once a week, and we still had great results. So this idea that you can't mow, if you gotta mow, just do it, mow. You're gonna see more damage letting your lawn grow tall than just taking care of it. The biggest thing is just be light with it. Get on, get off. If you have a striping kit, take that off the lawnmower, and don't need to go up and down, don't need to be doing crazy turns. Get on, get off for the first 2 weeks. Just give the lawn give those seedlings the best chance to grow, become healthy, and that's what you need to do to get the best lawn on the block. After that, it's as simple as all the other programs. Stick to your regular fertilizer schedule. You're going to put another fertilizer application down about middle to end of September, and then you're going to put your final fertilizer application down middle to end of October, both pushing nitrogen. Fall is the best time to push nitrogen. This is how you're going to get your lawn set up for next spring, and then you're going to let your lawn go into dormancy and get set up perfectly for next spring. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate all the support from everybody. I know I've been a little away for the time being, but I got lots of great content coming up here in the fall. For those of you who are new here, if you're looking for liquid fertilizers or great Canadian fertilizers, check out the link in the description below. You can use code GGNLC, Grow Forage Lawn Products, a great Canadian company, and you can help support the channel at the same time. In the Great North, my name is Wade Murray. As always, if you have any questions, you can either email them to me, greatnorthlawncare@gmail.com, or submit them to my website, greatnorthlawncare.ca. Thank you guys for watching, and as always,